Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody. I hope you're doing great today. So today, inshallah, our video is about how to name your 3D model or 3D design that you made. How can you save it, download it? How can you make it or transfer it or take it under your personal account, not the school account? In case you would like to transfer a design from one account to another, what should you do? And then preparing your design for printing, and also how can you add images, convert the normal images or photos from being 2D images or photos into 3D and use them within your model. So first thing we would like to pick up, let's pick one design and use it for the explanation of today. So let's pick this nice house. Let's start with this one. Here we go. So we have a horse here, that's why it takes somehow long to load. So, but this is how the house looks like. Not sure if we have already added something inside the house or not, but yeah, there is a bed here inside. Is there anything else? I wish if I zoom too much into the roof, I'll be able to go, okay, penetrate through the roof and go all the way down to the interior of the roof. So here we go. That's where we are. You can see everything from the back, or you can use the other trick to make the house be like transparent, temporarily until you see what's inside. So here it is. I just pushed T on the keyboard to change from transparent into solid again, and you can click H to hide a part or see what's inside, and then T again for transparent, and then T again for solid. So that's how you can have a look inside something. So today let's start first by naming your design. So basically you click here and give it the name that you would like to write. My house. Okay, maybe you leave space if you want, it's all right. Once you click somewhere else, so it will take this name. So that's basically how you can name your design. What else, guys, is we said last time, I wish you still remember that you can use text, and I said that's let's say welcome or Khairi's house, whatever word you'd like to to write. So we can just resize this back again and use it somewhere on the house. Okay, like so. I'm just revising back fast, and you can do better than that, of course. So yeah, basically this is how you can write text. Okay, so let me move this up, put it at the center a little, push it backward a little so that they will stick together after printing. Okay, make sure that there is no gap between, there's no space between the text, for example, and the wall here, because after printing this can come out. You see it's penetrating through the wall, and I guess if we zoom in too much, you will be able to see that part of it, or let's click T. Now part of it is already behind the door, the wall maybe, or just stuck, will be printed with the wall in a way. So that's how you make sure it's not gonna fill down, okay, after printing. And then So the next step is to make sure if this design will be fit or work for printing or not, because there is a very important thing that we didn't do here, guys, which is like having one common floor for everything. So basically, when I download this design, and in case I'm using it in the slicer program that you'll see afterwards. So these things, these pieces, the house, the bed inside the house, and the horse are not connected together because this plane or the work plane or this floor is already transparent. It's nothing. It's not plastic, I mean. So these things, after printing, they can come apart, like can be detached from each other. After printing, when you pull this house up from the printing bed, you'll find that the bed is still stuck there on the bed, on the printing bed or the printing surface, and this horse also is free. Okay, they are not actually stuck together. And if we have a look at the villa, for example, there, one of the villas or the good designs or the large designs here and there, let's have a look at this one. So in case there is no common floor, no common ground to connect all these things together, so this guy, this car, and this horse, this palm tree, whatsoever you put here on this transparent floor, it's not gonna be connected after printing. So after printing, all these parts will just detach and go away from each other, unless you make a common floor, a common ground. So how can I make a common ground? So it's so simple. You get a solid cube, squeeze it, give it a little bit of like thickness, not that much thick, and then you just expand it and it will go all the way underneath the design that you made. Okay, so that's basically how you can make a common floor. You can change the color into green if you want, okay, or whatever color you would prefer. But the problem here is you should have done this at the beginning of the design. You have to think about a common floor for your designs before you even start, because after designing you will face this problem that we are having now, which is everything is buried down, okay? Or just, you see down here, the feet of the horse, the wheels of the car, and also the feet of this guy standing there. Part of the house is submerged under the common floor now, because it's basically, we added a thick layer here. You can make it thinner if you want to save more plastic. Because actually you just needed to connect the parts together and not to be so thick. Maybe the 1 millimeter is fine, for example. So, but you need now to just, you remember placing the work plane on another surface. So that's basically the work plane. And now you should go to each part and click D to make it stay on the new work plane. See, I'm pulling everything up, and this might be difficult. Okay, that's wrong. I need to take it here because we don't need it on the floor. But basically, you are placing now the work plane over the new surface that you made, and then you can put it back again underneath it. So this is basically, or the easiest thing you can do is to click D, and if you remember, clicking D on the keyboard from last video will make your models dropped down to the work plane or the floor, if you call it a floor now. So if you make the new work plane above this green surface, so when you select something and click D, so this will be placed on the new work plane surface. Okay, that's how you can literally change the plain surface. I now change it back to the bottom if you want, or you can start your design by building this floor, making this common floor or common ground, and then placing the floor plane or the work plane above this surface, and you start from there as normal as you do. So this is one of the important notes you have to take into consideration. So let's now go to the next step. How to add my photo, for example. Maybe someone might think of adding his own image or photo on a design or any other photo anyway. So basically, what did I do, guys, is that I cleaned my desktop. Finally, I put everything in this folder called desktop files so that they'll not be scattered and filling the screen all the time. And we'll have a nice, clean background here. So basically, what did I do? I just took two personal photos here to use them as an example. So the first step to do is to change these images, to convert these images from JPEG or JPG or PNG whatsoever into something called SVG. SVG is for like laser engraving and wood engraving, so it's the same step. So here, guys, Tinkercad, if you're gonna go import, you can import these types of files like STL in case of the downloaded models like the horse from Thingiverse. They will come in STL, or OBJ for object, or SVG. These are the supported formats of files you can upload or import on Tinkercad. So basically, SVG are files or photos or images or 3D files that are made for laser engraving or wood engraving. So we're gonna be converting our photos into this format to be used in the house. So can I make a 3D model of my face, or you always say myself, but you mean your face, in general. But the idea is, guys, to have a 3D model of my face. So it's whether converting my 2D image into a 3D one. The only way to do this is SVG. I'll show you now. Or the other way is to use a 3D scanner and scan your whole head to have a 3D model of your full face or head, and then printing this. But you still can be able to use the normal photos, change them into 3D. But how can they, or how do they look like after converting? So we need to convert these images. So the best thing, or the faster way to do, is to go to Google and type JPEG to SVG. You see it here because I opened this. I typed the same thing in the search before. So the first website will show up is Conversion. Okay, you click it and choose files. This will take you to the desktop. Here are my two photos. I choose two photos to show you the difference between having like a bright background and a dark background. So if you see this photo of myself, I'll show it to you. And then after converting, this one has a dark light somehow, a black background or dark background, and the light here is darker than this area. So you'll have a look at it now after converting. So I'm converting it now. Converting. Okay. After converting, you will be able to download the copy of it. So let's go to the downloads folder. And here it will open in the Microsoft Edge browser, because this is the file type you can open with, the SVG files open in the browser by default. You see, guys, how does it look like? It doesn't even look like the original image, or doesn't look like me, because it's most of the photo is dark. You see what I mean? So this is how it looks like for like laser engraving or wood engraving, but it doesn't again look like me exactly. So let's use the other photo and see the difference now. Will this be better or not? Because this photo here has more light background, and also the light is distributed on the face in a better way than the other one. So it's converted now. Let's download it and have a look. How does it look like? So this is how it looks like. It's better than the other one, too much, so much better than the other one. So now this is still 2D image, right? You see that it's just turned into like a graffiti-like stuff, cartoon-like or graffiti-like. And actually, this is how they make the graffiti. So basically, they photograph or take a photo of something and then turn it into SVG, and this is how you can carve this one on the plastic and then use the spray to like print hundreds and hundreds of these copies on the on the walls or whatsoever. So this is how they make the graffiti. So now let's close this file and go to our Tinkercad design now to import this image. So click import and choose a file, and then go to where you saved your downloaded photo. So this is the photo that I told you about. This is the name and the scale, dimensions, whatsoever. Leave them alone, and then after importing here, you can then change the orientation and the size and everything, even the color. Okay, now have a look. It's so large. So yeah, basically you need to change the the size in the import, but we can actually I'm talking about the scaling now. I can scale it to whatever I want, to this size. Let's try this size and see. It's still as large as the house itself, maybe. But you see, guys, that now it has height or thickness, and I can make it even thicker or less thick. Okay, so that's basically it. So let's give it another color to make it more clear. Maybe yellow. I don't know, but black is my my best one, my favorite color, because at an angle it looks like me somehow. Anyway, you can still resize it back again, change the orientation. Let's flip it over, like 190 degrees are good. Now let's push it back until it sticks to the house. Of course, I'm just showing you an example. It's still far away. You can do even better than what I'm doing now. I can move this window a little bit. Okay, so it might look like so, and they're gonna be printed together, as you can see. Okay, you can make it less thicker, you can make it thinner, somehow thinner, but you see, when you look at a specific angle, it looks like the original image somehow, but not always, because you see, when you're looking from here, you will be able to see the thickness of the material itself. You can make it less thicker and stick it to, make sure it's stuck to the house, so that they will not fall apart after printing. So that's basically it, guys. So it looks like a graffiti. So looks like a graffiti printed on the wall. Anyway, after printing, of course, all these things will be printed with the same color of plastic. That's why the photo, the door, the window, the horse, everything will come in white or black or blue, yellow, whatsoever, and then you can do the painting. That's why I always recommend you print in white and then use colors to give specific colors for some areas in your design. So this is basically how to use an image or a photo within your design. Let's now make a common floor to all these things here, because they still don't have a common floor underneath. Okay, so let's just squeeze this and then expand it everywhere and use this as a common floor under my design, so that after printing, these parts will not fall apart or go away from each other. Okay, so now we need to put the floor plane underneath this area and then select everything and click D. Okay, yeah, that's it. We need to pull this up a little. Now the door, if you make all of them as a group, for example, so it's better for you to do this task. So the bed also is here. We need to select the bed. Let's make this transparent. Can I select the bed from outside? Looks like no. So that's why we can remove the the roof until we do all the job, modify everything, and then put the roof back again, and click here to make this solid back again. Anyway, I'm just showing you this fast. Then we can place the floor plane down here back again. Not sure why it's acting or behaving like this, but now yes. So basically, this is how you can stick everything together so that after printing, they will not come apart away from each other. So, okay, now we covered naming your project, giving a common floor under your designed objects, how to use an image within your design or photo in your design. And then let's talk now about transferring your project into another account. Yeah, transferring your project or taking a copy of your school project to your personal account so that you can save it forever under your own personal account. So I'll show you this by just opening a new incognito window. That's where I have no accounts here. So if I open Tinkercad, okay, so I'll log in as a student. Maybe I'll use my son's account. So if I go back to desktop, files, and let me go here, or forget about these things. I'll go under my Tinkercad account. I can see my son's credentials, so that I'll act as if I'm Iyad, and then I'll show you how he can transfer his school account here, because he is here in the classes. I have him here, and then we will be able to see his designs, or any one of you guys basically. So this is Iyad's design under his school account. That is supposed to be his school account. So under your school account, you can do what I'm gonna tell you now. So I came here just to take his credentials. This is his class link. I'll go to this class on Tinkercad. I'll log in as Iyad now. Join with nickname. His nickname is Iyad. And then this is Iyad's design at school, right? Because now he's like using his school account. So basically, if he wants to use this under his, like a normal account, he will click here and click here, properties, design name, design description, tags, privacy. This is now private. So you can make it public, visible and discoverable by everyone, okay? And then save changes, okay? So asking me for CAPTCHA, okay? So save changes. Now you can go to here, okay? So we made this design public. So you can take this link and let's say my account is his personal account, okay? For example, if I click here and paste the link, this browser knows me already, right? Copy of Iyad's villa. And I'm still logged in as Khairi, right? So I can actually make a copy of it. Copy of Iyad's villa. Well, I have it here. Okay. I can actually go to some projects and you'll have the option to copy and tinker. Maybe we can go back to Iyad's design. Okay. And then we can have like properties back again. We can make share link, save changes, and we can go to okay. So share link or public, we can make it as we want, like save changes. And if we go here, copy link, okay, share link copied. So imagine that I might open another incognito window, or let's not do this, but basically I just go here and new design, my designs, notification settings. So, but there is a way how to, copy the same link. Go here. You will have his account, and yes. So I logged in here as Khairi Nuh. So once I copy this link, paste it to my browser that knows that I'm Khairi Nuh, I have a copy of Iyad's villa, so I can say copy and tinker. Okay. My account that I'm using now stands for the personal account for Iyad. So he went to the design at the school account, and then he made it public, copied the link, and then he used it under his personal account, and then he can go back to the school project and make it private again. And that's how you can transfer one design from your school account to your personal account. So to revise back, you go to your design under the school account, make it public, copy the link, go to your personal account, paste the link, and then click on copy and tinker. So you're taking copy of your project that is under your school account. This is how you can keep a copy of a school project under your personal account. Okay? So now the last thing I would like to explain today is to show you how you can get this design for download it for printing, because this will be the next video, how to prepare your design for printing. So I'm not sure how long I've been recording, because I cannot see the OBS recording program screen, but you know, I don't want to make this video so long. Anyway, basically you can go with export. So export, 3D print, or just download. I will download the file. For 3D print, you can download it as OBJ, OBJ or STL or GLTF, okay, or .glb. And for laser cutting, I can download everything here as .svg. But basically, guys, I will download it as STL because this is the easiest file type to download and print. So here he's asking me, will I include everything in the design or selected shapes? So, and for selected shapes, he says you need to select something first. So this means that I can actually download this house only without the horse, only selected 8 shapes, because if you count the shapes here, we have the roof, the walls, the text, the image, or the photo, the bed inside may be included or not because it's not selected now, the window, the door. So he says export only 8 selected shapes or everything in the design. So I can actually just download part of my design and print it. You don't need actually to download everything. So in case I would like to download all the design, and I click export and choose STL and make sure that you selected nothing, and everything in the design will be just selected. So it will be like preparing your model for export, and wait a second until it downloads the model. So once we get the model downloaded, this will be the end of this video, and the following video will be about how to see what's inside the downloaded STL file, how to make it ready for printing, and we're gonna explain a lot about the slicer software that you use to make your model ready for printing. That's not difficult at all. Nothing is difficult, inshallah. So that's basically it. Not sure that took a long time because the internet here is somehow slow. So it's downloaded now. If you go to the downloads folder, you will find a file called myhouse.stl. So to let you see what's inside quickly, I promise I'm not gonna make the video be longer than that. So the slicer software will start to work and open the file. Like if you are opening a Microsoft Word file, it will open in the Microsoft Word software. So after downloading, this is how it looks like, okay? Because we said, guys, for 3D printing, you will basically be printing using one color. So forget about the colors, the beautiful colors that you set under Tinkercad. They are amazing and they look beautiful, as you can see, and literally you can choose any other colors better than the ones I made. But after downloading, because they will be all printed with one filament, with one color, like all black, all white, all yellow, all blue, whatsoever. So it will be showing like how will it normally looks like after printing. But the software I'm using, the slicer software I'm using, it's actually using this color, okay? I'm not sure if you can change the color or not, but you can, literally there is no point of changing the color because all of them will be also white or black or whatsoever. But if you can see here, guys, the floor that we added on Tinkercad has been added here already as a layer of plastic Okay, so the next video, inshallah, I'll show you how you can print something like this. See you back, guys, inshallah, and see you in the next video, inshallah. Bye.